Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. Got some Madden 23 news for you guys today. Gameplay feedback from the beta. In case you guys did not know, there was a Madden 23 closed beta. Hopefully you guys got in, got some hands on the game. I did give my feedback on it previously, and people got on the, they have little forum sections to give feedback that have played the games, and you get a chance to upvote that. And these are the biggest things that people wanted addressed, changed, and they made those changes on several of the things based upon your feedback. And I think the beta is great for that exact reason, for changing things, and in some cases for not changing things. So let's get right into it. The first one was to leave the coverage reaction time alone. Number one feedback topic received: rest assured, Madden community, our vision of game balance is consistent with yours, and the gameplay experience you close beta, what you be playing on launch day. So this is based upon in the past where we have played the beta, and it was in a state that we, and just as happened for actually a couple years, where we enjoyed the game the way it was, but then a certain portion of people, or a loud minority or whatever it was, said it was too hard, to this, whatever, and they would adjust the gameplay when the game came out. And so the people who liked it would be upset by that. And so that's happened in past years, where they tuned down coverages, when they made changes to pass rush and different things like that. So this is basically the community saying, leave it alone. It's good the way it is. Don't touch it. Moving on to the next one was adding referees back to the game on the field. They said referees will not be returning in Madden 23, but they want them to get in the game as badly as possible, and they return to state where visual quality is on par. The rest of the characters on the field, refs is very high on our future roadmap. So the community is very split, I feel, on this one, because there are people in the comments and people who just, I see all over social media, who are just on these refs like, man, we gotta get the ref. Like, they really care about it. Personally, I don't care. I don't care about the referee being on the field, not on the field. But if that's my opinion, it's okay. Like, I hate that people, they get so upset about what someone else likes. Like, someone will be like, oh, why do you care about equipment? Equipment doesn't matter to me. Well, okay, refs don't matter to me. I mean, like, we all have different things that we want from the game, and it's fine to have different opinions. I don't care about refs, but for the people that do care about it, I hope that they get refs in the game, and it doesn't, in a way that doesn't affect the frame rate, doesn't affect the quality of the other players who you actually control and use on the field that have a purpose. So I hope they get them back in the game in a way that doesn't cause the game quality to drop. Moving on, play awareness. Too easy to run the same place over and over again. Let me read through this one, and I'll give my thoughts on that. We made a number of changes since the closed beta to bring more balance to gameplay. We believe these changes will bring more variety in play call. We want to hear from your community. When the game launches, let us know how you feel about these changes. So the logic added in a title update, logic added so that defensive backs are playing in linebacker positions. They will have slower reaction time to the running game. That's cool. See, stuff like that, like, I don't know, like, it's almost just like the pancake blocks or wheat box like before. Like, if you didn't have, if you have a bunch of like quarters or something like that versus a power set, they would, pancake all your guys. Like, I get the point of they're doing it to force more realism, but it just feels so phony. So, like, and I understand, like, a real NFL team can't have, 10 defensive backs on the field, and still stop the run. That shouldn't happen. But I feel like it's like a cheat kind of code, like it's like a cheap way to get to it. So we're gonna make it so all your guys get pancaked if they do. So we're gonna make it, your DBs are gonna drop from 90 speed to 70 speed if they're playing like it just feels like a really cheap way. And it takes me back to an interesting conversation that I've had in private years ago with Rex when he was lead of the team, and he was saying, like, I remember him saying, like, I will never cheat my way to an outcome. I will do it in a natural way, so it will happen just like real life. And he's no longer there, so clearly they do not stick to that at all anymore. So yeah, let's move to the next one here. Remove the ability to hot route tight ends to a pass block assignment when in a two-point wide receiver stance. Okay. Adjusted the corner route in bunch formation, so the corner hot route and the hot route master and slot apprentice ability will align with the other routes through the playbooks, so they won't get receivers run into each other on that one. made improvements to man coverage, pre-snap alignment versus bunch formations. So none of these things address what people were saying here. Like, this literally has nothing to do with player awareness, run this. I mean, the thing is, they can't really adjust this. And this goes back to maybe like a sim versus comp versus arcade, whatever type thing, where like it's up to you to adjust on defense. Like, they give you every defense adjustment, you know, from how your defense lines up to how they play the coverage, how whether you press, how whether you back up, what defense assignments you can man, zone. Like it's up to you to stop the play. Like I don't understand why people feel like if someone's running the same play that so you're supposed to just put your controller down and then like the third time they run it, the computer will just automatically just start stopping it. Like, I mean, I get what they want. They're saying like NFL, a receiver can't run a slant 5 times in a row and catch the ball. Like, the DB will just start sitting on the slant. But if you're calling cover 3 and he's bailing out every time, even in the NFL, he's gonna catch the slant every time. So if you're calling cover 3 and the cornerback is bailing every time and you hit it with the slant, like, the DB still won't jump that because that's not his assignment. So it's still down to your own play call, your own coaching. Like, I understand what people want. Maybe in like a man coverage they'll learn, but the thing is, if you do that, then people will literally just call man lock every single play and just let the computer do the adjustments for them. So that's kind of how I feel about it. But let me know what you guys think about that one. Pulling linemen are too slow and decisive. Oh yeah, for sure. Tuning AI changes were made to make pulling linemen more explosive through the line of scrimmage. On top of the fundamental improvements, we have to keep an eye on speed rating on the pulling lineman, as slower offensive linemen can force you to lay off the acceleration mechanic while he navigates fast. Oh yeah. A lot of this, this is an issue from many years. Guards pulling and different offensive linemen pulling and getting lost in the mix, running into the guy. I've had guys turn around and look back the other way, and so they're getting better with this, but it's definitely something to work on. But a lot of it also is when you're running is don't go crazy on the sprint. Have a little more patience when you hit the hole. Pass blocking is strong enough. Too many insta sheds. As noted in the closed beta grid, I don't know if there's a bug causing super wins to trigger too frequently. So yeah, this is something that they patched. Looking at overall defensive gameplay, having a powerful pass rush is critical to the balance of the game, and the pass rush launch is still gonna be more powerful than what's good. Thank you. Do not nerf the pass rush. Yes, if you're dropping back, you're getting hit, use the built-in mechanics. Because when I was playing same way, and I was playing with Nick Bosa was destroying my offensive line. I mean, like, literally, he was on my ass every play, pause. And I'm like, bro, like, what is going on? Because I'm used to just dropping back and playing. But once I started sliding to his side, it slowed him down. Once I started double teaming him, block the tight end, double teaming, he was neutralized. He was slowed down greatly. I mean, that's real football. Like, if you have an upper echelon edge rusher or you should have to, it's like real life. People double team Aaron Donald, sometimes triple team Aaron Donald every play or a large majority of plays. If you don't, you single block him, he's going to be a problem. That's how Madden should be. Like, you're just so used to being able to just drop back and not do anything, and then the offensive line just blocks as long as you need. Like, no, you should have to adjust for those type of dominant players. Now, the problem is when you face the teams that have bookend guys, but then that's real football too. You have to maybe keep a running back in. Maybe you have to, keep a running back on one side and double the other side, or keep a tight end and double to the right and slide left. Like, there may be different combinations like that you have to do, but there should be some type of adjustment you have to make to account for those dominant type of pass rushers. User interceptions aren't responsive. Tuning the catch animation to increase range for jumping INTs. Tuning to significantly decrease situation where the player is requesting play ball without seeing the corresponding animation response. Okay. Man coverage fake outs are too frequent. Tuning significantly reduced the frequency of fake outs by man coverage vendors. Oh yes, there are dudes getting lost out there. Adding new logic so the fake outs could be used in super win situation where the ratings delta is heavily fair. That's nice. Like, you got a really bad matchup. You got a top receiver and a rookie DB or a 70-year-old DB. Those super wins where he just dusts him at the line or gets off the jam instantly. I'll see more of that. Too many fumbles. So they reduced fumble chance on QB hits side of pocket. Reduced fumbles by non-QB ball carriers on hit sticks and strip attempts. Significant reduction of punch out fumbles. Yeah, I did get a ton of fumbles for sure. I was getting rocked out there. It was like, I typically not a big fumbler because I usually get out of bounds and get down pretty quickly, but I was getting about 1 or 2 fumbles a game, which is not typical. Not enough hit stick variety. 27 new hit stick animations have been added for launch. Nice. Okay, I like to see that. Most of the existing animations have been updated to make them behave differently. All right, just some freshness. It's good to see that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I know people will say they just want pure physics hit sticks that have no animations to them. Yeah, all right, good luck with that one. Yeah, I mean, I've just never seen the game do that and look realistic, I mean, the closest you can say is Backbreaker, but if you really played that game, there's so many wonky things in it that you won't see it look like that on Sunday, like where the players did not react in a realistic way, like a ragdollish way. So for me, I think Madden half physics, half animations way is the best way to, have some physics impact in the game as far as weight and impact of players and speed and all that, but still the animations of real people which look like something you actually see on Sunday. Does it work perfect all the time? Is it always the best looking? No, for sure it doesn't. Some stuff looks glitchy, some stuff looks messed up, some guys warp through guys. It's not perfect. It's like any other video game isn't perfect. Wide receivers should win more contested catches and mismatches. Tuning to increase the catch success for wide receivers in contested catch situations in a mismatch. Okay. Logic added to include wide receiver physical attributes such as height. They play a more significant role. Says, okay. It's good to see that one. If you guys, OGs of the channel will know, I had the old Madden science breakdown videos where I had like a 5-foot receiver and like, I don't know, like a 7-foot DB or something like that. And I had like 7-foot wide receiver and 5-foot DB, and basically just showed that height didn't matter at all. Like I could just moss, even though the receiver was terrible, super tall, he still would just miss the ball. If he was super short, he would just, animate and somehow suck the ball into his hand. So basically it's an old video. If you guys want to see it, let me know. I'll drop it in the comments or something, where literally just showing that physical attributes did not matter at all when it came down to the passing game, receiving. Skill-based passing can be difficult to understand. So basically in this one, they just was saying that they're going to add some in-game feedback as far as like a tutorial that you'll have play through when the game first comes on, when you do at that launch. All right, so on to franchise draft crash. I know you guys have been on this one. You've been posting in our comments there on social media, and that's something that we've pushed. All those type of things we push along EA, make sure they have that feedback. So they're saying that the top issue reported has been addressed for launch, and that's something that happened in 22. It's issue in 22. SimStats, another thing that's been around for a long time. SimStat issues that they're say they're working through. Low interest players, which is something new based upon the additions that they have this year. We've done several rounds of tuning in this area to try and make this more realistic, and how when players resign with the current team. So salary cap, we received feedback that some teams did not have enough salary cap space and they re-signed players during free agency period. We have continued to update real life player contracts as that information becomes available along. We're trying to tune the amounts players will ask for during the different stages. Our goal is to strike the balance between fun and challenging, especially if you're controlling a team that doesn't have much calorie space at the start of your franchise. That's gonna be interesting with the cap rollover. And I did make a mistake in a past video just saying that cap rollover was the same as last year, but it's not. It actually, will, the amount that you have the will roll over and give you additional cap in the next year, not just be unused space, but actually give you more space. So I'll think about making a separate video on that, but not enough people, only one person in the comments said something about it. But so yeah, that's definitely something that you have to really manage the cap this year, but that cap rollover should make it easier. CPU draft logic reports about seeing teams drafting quarterbacks when you already had quality starters on the team. This has been an issue in the game forever. Teams already having a young quarterback and still drafting a quarterback. I don't know why it's so hard for them to fix this. I mean, this has been in Madden as long as I can remember. Value offers causing a crash for agency. Get offers trade tuning, draft flicker issues, a graphical thing. High profile players in free agency. We saw players mention that they were seeing several top tier players available in free agency. We tried to help improve this in a couple of ways. tune the player motivation to help better match current teams to help give these teams a better chance of re-signing them. Continue to update real-life player contracts with players that assign new deals to remove them from the list of potential free agents in year one franchise. I mentioned above, tune the amount of money players will ask for along with team salary cap data. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Well, for me, you know, as someone who plays in 32-man CFMs, this won't be an issue, but people that do enjoy playing versus computer and just by themselves pretty much, these things all matter, that they work properly. No one wants to see top tier guys sitting in a free agent pool just because they couldn't find any line up with any team, which is you know, the team motivation didn't line up for any real teams that were looking to sign them, which is unrealistic, of course, right? Progression history showing the wrong information. Misaligned text, scouting tiers showing 4 stars. All right, and help tips. So, face of the franchise in the yard. Yeah, customization, tattoos, which they do not have in franchise mode. A lot of these customization things, like, you know, why they have this face of the franchise in the yard, why can't we have this in franchise mode? More creativity, more customization. You know, all these things. I mean, they've done a good job getting the, you know, equipment added into franchise mode than having this, but you know, what about the tattoos? You know, what about those special things that make your player different? Player lock camera. All right, so that's pretty much it. So you know, a lot of things in here. I like that they did get, you know, address the user feedback and issues. Some of the things might not matter to all you guys. Some of the things will be your thing that you're happy about. So, you know, let me know in the comment section below, the guys who have played the beta, your thoughts on, and you know, this addressed a lot of issues or some other things that you didn't see in here that's still a problem. Or if you know, haven't played the beta, what are your feelings on Madden 23? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe. We got more Madden 23 coming your way here at SGO.